A Podcast Reborn does contain mature language and will contain spoilers for major significant parts of the MSQ, especially patch 6.3. You have been warned. Enjoy the show. From the many realms of Atheris to distant reaches of the 13th via the magic of podcasting, this is episode 30 of A Podcast Reborn, a show celebrating our journey in the past, present, and possible future of Final Fantasy XIV. This episode's being recorded on Saturday, February 5th. No, it's on Sunday. Sunday, February 5th of 2023. And is it me, or did we only have one January episode? My name is Ryan Black, otherwise known as Ro. And with me, as usual, is an old man who just finished watching a movie about a crocodile living in New York City, which, in my opinion, is definitely a better option than traveling south from Detroit and getting lost in Canada. Just check his Twitter. Hi, Brandon.
Man, you're just going to start combining tweets now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, I gotta mix it up sometimes. One of these days, I am going to create an intro for you that deals with someone else's Twitter, and you're just going to wonder what the heck's going on.
Yeah, you know what? I foresee that day coming soon. But, guys, did you see the new cafe that opened in Ul'dah? Yeah, they serve traditional Lalafell cuisine. It's really tasty, but the line's always long. It turns out they're short-staffed.
You're not wrong.
Or their staff's short?
Sure, they're short-staffed, yeah. And that voice, of course, with us is our resident Chaos Gremlin and Her Royal Highness Bearscotch's Lady of the Bedchamber. I learned that was a title. Who has a public service announcement for anyone that has a cold lasting longer than a week. Hi, Meagan.
Hi, if you have a cold lasting longer than a week, go to the frickin' doctor. It's probably a sinus infection, because that's what I have, and I still have it. Don't worry, I am on antibiotics, and still Dayquil, so you know, I got that going on over here.
I mean, Dayquil is almost a mandatory thing to take right before this podcast nowadays, I think.
God. Yeah, I've been on Dayquil for like 2 weeks solid. Oof. It's been quite an experience. I have save files in The Sims I don't even recognize.
I'm afraid to ask the contents of those save files.
Yeah, I am too. I don't think I want to.
I can tell you one.
Give us a moment.
Okay.
Also with us this episode for the first time is friend of the show, Lalafell Laundress, mixologist, and supporter of the Universal Access to Countertops initiative. Hi, Zim.
Well, hello. And I just want to say I personally take offense at your joke, Brandon, as a Lalafell and a proud supporter of the UACT initiative.
So, you know, I meant to ask this before we hit the record button, so screw it. I'm just going to ask now. Should we call you Zim, or can we go by your actual first name? How do you want to do it?
Lisa is fine. I also respond to Zim.
All right. That works. Okay. Meagan, what is the contents of the save file? Before I interview Lisa here.
So there's this thing in the Sims community. If you play the Sims or you follow Sims Reddit or Sims YouTube, it's called the 100 Baby Challenge. It's where you try to have one Sim matriarch and have 100 babies. But I decided that was boring and I didn't want to raise all these babies. So I made a male alien Sim. I made him super fertile and beguiling, so nobody can resist him, and now he is spreading his alien seed all over the earth and making all the women raise his babies. I think he's up to like 50 babies now.
So this sounds to me like a crossover between The Sims 4 and Species 2, right?
Yeah, basically, except it's a dude, you know, because he was the one to... Oh no, that is Species 2, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Yes. It is. Except it doesn't kill the moms because they got to raise those babies. He's not raising those babies.
Fair enough.
When you're an alien in The Sims, you have like a human disguise, so he looks totally normal. But then when the babies are born, they're like all blue because he's actually blue. He has blue skin for real.
La-da-dee, la-da-da.
Yeah, baby. He's creating his own blue man group.
You guys, I remember when the weirdest thing you could do back in a sim game was in Sim City, when you could just summon a giant alien monster to shred the place.
Oh,
Now you're
those
telling
were
me
the
this is
days.
possible?
Yeah,
What the
man.
hell? What timeline are we in?
No mods. 100% vanilla game, and I can do
Oh
this.
my lord!
That's a 100%
Oh, yeah.
vanilla game. That's great.
That's terrifying. It's Leisure Suit Larry meets
What?
aliens.
When people are like, "Oh, The Sims is so boring," I'm like, "No, you're boring."
You're very judgy. I love it.
Like, if you can't come up with some wacky ass shit to do in The Sims and entertain yourself, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, before we get into what we've all been up to, let's talk with Lisa a little bit here. I try to ask everyone who's new to the show, or at least new, like here, recording a few questions and stuff. So the standard question that I start off with, Lisa, is what the heck got you into Final Fantasy XIV?
I was playing Fallout 76 with some other friends, and then one day they're like, "Let's," yeah, oh no, and then it was, "Let's go play this other game together," and download, play, fall in love, never put down, uninstall every other game on my computer, and here I am, a year and a half later.
Oh my god! Talk about going from the bottom to the top.
Yep.
Hey. I will have you know, I have not played Fallout 76 in a while, but I will say that Fallout 76 is not a dumpster fire anymore. It's more like a wastebasket fire.
I don't think that's any better.
I prefer my games to, function.
Oh,
at least for the
it
most
functions. It functions. It's just there's
Look, dude, I play The Sims and I look down on Fallout 76.
Wow. I mean, you're not wrong. That's fair to look down.
To all of the Fallout 76 players I've convinced to listen to this show, I'm sorry. Please reach out to Ro at podcastreborn.com.
It did have its redeeming qualities. I enjoyed the fire lookout towers very much.
See, I liked playing Fallout 4. I had fun with that, but I just turned it into a colony sim builder where I would just go
developments, yeah.
Yeah, I would just build developments and then make all the trade routes, and I would just go between them. I don't think I ever finished the actual story. I would just the colony would be like, "Hey, we're being attacked." And I'd be like, "Okay," and I'd show up and I'd defend it, and then I'd be like, "Oh, hey, you got more people here. I should build more rooms." And then, so I literally rebuilt the Commonwealth.
Which is one of the goals of the game, so good on you. So a couple of these questions are going to sound really dorky and weird for me to ask because I already know the answers to them, but other people don't.
Bring it on.
What activities do you like to do in game? Because everyone plays Final Fantasy XIV their own way.
My favorite,
yeah,
is random roleplay.
Nice.
Just walk up to people and engage and see if they engage back. Then it's chocobo racing, triple triad, pretty much anything in the gold saucer except Mahjong and Vermilion.
What about the jumping one?
I hate the jumping one.
Has anyone played the new jumping one? Because
no.
Meagan, you have to.
Really?
What was Yoshi P thinking? The new jumping one, okay, it looks pretty. I will give him this. It is the best looking leap of faith that they have made. But it is leap of faith savage.
Oh, God.
It's amazing.
You will have nightmares of pine combs the rest of your days.
Wow.
That
implies really solid this.
Do it with friends on voice chat so you can all yell.
I'll start it and then I'll make Ward finish it for me, which is usually how it goes when I try to do Leap of Faith. Well, usually it's me and Ward go into Leap of Faith together, and then he's just sitting at the end waiting for me, and I'm over here screaming and crying and falling and dying, and then eventually I'm like, "Ward, just do it for me," and he's like, "Fine," and then he does it in one try.
I will warn you this: ask for Ward's help with more than 4 minutes left on the clock because it takes a bit to get from start to finish, even if you know how to do it.
Oh my god!
Have you done it more than once, Ro?
I have done it 3 times. The first time I wanted to throw my controller. The second time I beat it. And the third time I just quit after about 3 minutes. And it's like, no, this was a bad idea.
Jesus.
I also enjoy... I'm sorry?
Oh, go ahead.
That was because I also I'm learning now to enjoy like the dungeons and the trials. Raids are still something I have a really hard time with.
Even like normal mode?
Oh god. Yes.
So I've been dragging Lisa into the Alliance raids to
screaming
to slowly upgrade gear to 630. Like, Lisa's, you've really upgraded a lot of your gear recently.
That's, you know why? It's because all of my gear sucked ass before you. That's why.
But we've done the new raid a few times, and I will say this: I'm puzzled why they didn't make Halone the final boss, because she is much harder than Minfina. My goodness.
I think they wrote the song and then they just worked backwards from there. It seems like I really wish that Halone had her own. Is it Halone or Halone?
It's Halone.
Halone.
No,
I wish she had her own theme song because her theme song would fucking rule. Like,
if you go ahead.
But maybe they were like, oh well, we already have the Psalm All song that's close enough. And they were like, we don't want to do another awesome choral thing. You've got that already. And I do very much enjoy the 90s J-pop Minfina song. But it's very clear that the song that they use through the whole thing is supposed to be a Nafika song because it's got the harvest hoedown.
Right.
So I really wish that they had written at least a song without words. What do you call that? Help me, I'm on Diggle. Orchestral?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Something like that for all the other ones too, because they all have such unique personalities. And I didn't really care that much in the first raid because I don't know, I'm not that into Brigot.
You're not into a guy with a big hammer?
Literal thunder thighs, man.
Hold up. Before we proceed further here, I want to do a little experiment. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go around to everybody in this call and say, of the 4 bosses in the current Alliance raid, who do you think is the hardest? Meagan, go.
The hardest to do?
The hardest. Yes, the hardest fight for you to execute.
For me to execute?
Yes.
Oh, then that's Nafika because I'm a total derp. And she doesn't, you have to memorize everything. She doesn't telegraph as much as the other ones do. Halone is pretty hard, and I will say the freaking do-si-do with the in and out and right and left is kind of difficult, but once you know what to do, it's really not that bad.
Okay.
But yeah.
Ro?
Halone,
okay.
Halone.
Lisa?
Absolutely Halone.
I don't understand this because I thought Nafika and Halone were the easiest 2 in the raid. I had the hardest time with Althic and Nymea. Just because there's 2 of them and it's combining mechanics you have to figure out.
Well, I will say they tend to have you fuck this up, you did. The other one's you fuck this up, but the healers can save you. Whereas they're blow you off the platform or just flatten your ass.
So
the only fight I looked up ahead of time was Nafika, and I thought maybe I would look up the other fights during trash, and I forgot to do that. But I actually figured Halone out very, very quickly.
Really?
Yeah, all of her telegraphs just made sense to me. I'm like, oh, okay, we need to go here, here, and here. Got it.
Yeah,
just scream and follow the crowd.
What you got to do is you figure out where you're going to stand first by the first 2 things that she does, and then you just move to the opposite place. So if she does in and left first, then you stand out and right first, and then you move to in and left.
Yeah, I figured that out really quick, and like the first time I ever did that fight. I don't know why. If it's just like, I understand how telegraphs work now on this particular fight.
So I'll tell you why I get screwed up on it. I know what it's doing.
Mhm.
I know it's telegraphing the AoE, but here's what's happening. My brain is seeing the areas lighting up, and I'm trying to memorize the 4. And what's happening is my brain is memorizing where things are lighting up, and
Just-
I on will go to where things are lighting up. I know that the spots that don't light up are the spaces that you want to go in the sequence.
Okay, look, Ro, I'm going to symbolize this for you. Just figure out where you need to stand on the first one, and then just move into whatever just went off. So look at the first 2, and you see that it's in and right. So you get out on left, and then every time something goes off, just move into that space, and you'll be fine.
I'm going to have to try the raid again and run it
Me
with
too.
your scary logic.
That's almost the same, but that's almost the same philosophy as Boss 2 on Lapis Manalis, if you think about it.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Boss 2 and Lapis Manalis. Everyone's favorite goth training dummy.
Yeah, I know, right? Me and Ward run it like every week. If we could bring you along, we go voice chat.
Oh, you're going to hate me.
Well, I tend to heal it because I don't need any more DPS gear for it. Although if I'm going on Tarika on my RP character, I've been doing her Reaper on her, which is for Halode is very annoying because you have to be at max melee range to not get hit, and I'm bad at that. I cannot figure this out. Like if I'm close enough to hit her, apparently she's close enough to hit me. There's like a 0.5 inches that you could stand in where you could hit her and she can't hit you, and I just can't freaking find it.
It sounds like a good idea to team up for that, but I will also say that you, Ward, and Brandon need to come along with Lisa and I on a night when we're doing freaking maps, because...
Oh yeah, totally.
Absolutely.
I demand chocobo races.
I would also like to do chocobo races. I used to be really into it.
I don't even know if I have that unlocked.
Yeah, I have to...
Okay, that's your homework.
We're going to have words.
You need to get chocobo racing unlocked. You'll be
I'll
fine.
unlock it on Tarika, because I did on my rating main for a long time. I can't remember how high up I got, but I got pretty high up.
You guys might have to remind me a couple times between here and the next episode, because I am kind of a bird brain.
It's
see, now I can groan out loud.
Hey, you've murdered me. Do you like Mario Kart?
I actually, just before we were done here, I was playing a Grand Prix of Mario Kart with my son.
There you go. It's like Final Fantasy Mario Kart. It's really fun.
It basically is. I will say it's not as responsive as Mario Kart, and sometimes you are going to hit item chests and wonder why you didn't get the item chest, even though you could have sworn you hit the item chest.
I will say this, though. My son beat me on the 3DS version of Rainbow Road and then proceeded to make us do that same race 2 more times. Just so he found something he could beat me at. And I was like, we're doing this one over and over again.
Of course.
Oh my gosh. That's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's ruthless.
It's like, isn't that like a rite of passage when you can finally beat your dad at video games?
Yeah.
Now I am the master.
I'm very proud.
You should be.
Now I just have to get into playing Final Fantasy 14.
Lisa, I'm going to ask you another question that I already know the answer to, but the reason why I'm asking this is because I'm going to use it as a topic of conversation.
Oh.
Ooh.
You're welcome.
What's your favorite dungeon in Final Fantasy 14?
Toya's Relic is my absolute favorite dungeon ever, anywhere, always, because the colors and the music.
Of course.
I mean, who can beat Rainbow Lava?
Oh.
That is really hard to beat, I won't lie.
You could do it. I believe in you. But you can't, because there isn't anything better then.
I just got finished telling her that my favorite dungeon was Smileton, which may seem like an odd answer for a lot of people because they're like, but there's all these other ones. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there, but actually Smileton is probably my favorite, and there may be some recency bias in that, but definitely my favorite in Endwalker, and definitely top 3 for favorite dungeons in all Final Fantasy XIV, because the music is jazzy. The boss mechanics are just the right amount of difficult and fun, and how can you argue with, Loporits using giant 3D printers to create residential housing inside the moon?
That is pretty great.
So that's my favorite. So Meagan, what is your favorite?
I like a lot of things for a lot of different reasons. I really like Shisui of the Violet Tides for the armor that you get out of there, and I just love like Aura stuff. I love like Japanese inspired stuff too, and I really like.
Hold up! Can we just reiterate why exactly you like the armor out of Shisui of the Violet Tides?
Because it's sexy beachwear.
I was about
Thank
to say,
you. That's all.
Slutty.
I really like the twinning for the memes and the music in there.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. The what?
The twinning, bitch.
Okay. I thought you said the twining for a second, and I'm like, sounded like you said the twining. I'm like, no. Okay.
I wouldn't put anything past me right now, man.
The twinning is very good.
I really liked the newest one that we had, the Lapis Manless. I really liked the fucking sexy goth target dummy that we had to fight. I thought that was hilarious. I loved seeing the Reaper lore and all that stuff. And it was also just surprising to me because I was sure we were going to get another Void dungeon, but no, they got to keep us on our toes.
So did you guys get different ratings after you beat that boss? Because I've done it twice now on different characters. The first time I did it, we were running it in Trust, so I knew exactly where I was supposed to stand. And they were like, oh, wow, even Drusilla couldn't have done better.
Yeah.
The second time I did it with other people, and none of us knew the mechanics. I didn't remember them because I just followed Yashola around. And they gave me a rating of, even the lowliest Void Sit wouldn't be afraid of you.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You know what? I did not pay attention to the fact that the answers are different depending on how well you execute the mechanics of that.
Yeah.
It's really neat little detail they added. I appreciate it a lot.
I've also just really enjoyed all of the dungeons since they put in the the trust system where you go in with the NPCs and hear things that they have to say about stuff. Like, that's been really fun. And then it's also been like, I'm going to come back and bring Alphino in here and see what he has to say about this. And yeah, it's cool.
Have you brought Alphino into the vault?
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, I don't
into
think
the vault.
Wait, into the vault?
Mm-hmm.
Which one's that?
I'm making a note for this. Which one is
Which
that?
one's the vault?
Oh,
hello. I would think that you, of all people, would know about the vault, considering how holy a place it is.
Oh no! Oh shit! I haven't even done that yet. Fuck! God damn it!
The vault is the dungeon where right after you run it for the first time in the MSQ, somebody don't make it.
Yeah. God damn it! I need to go back, and I haven't done any of the new stuff. Oh. I need to. I really need to. I need to just redo Heaven's Word again, but I was planning to do that on my ninja. I did something really stupid, and I bought the thing that lets you skip ARR and get straight into Heaven's Word, but I didn't want to also buy a class. I was like, I'll just grind out the levels to get to 50. I have not yet gotten to 50.
Oh no.
Oh, Meagan, why?
I told you it's dumb. And it's not even a tank or healer or anything. It's not like I could just easily queue. Although now I guess I could be doing the trust again. Maybe that's what I'll do. I wandered off, which is something that I do a lot.
You don't say.
Surprise. No.
Meagan going off on tangents even in game? What?
Oh my god. If you knew the amount of alts that I have like started and then just been like, and now I'll never log into them again.
Right? I don't know how you guys do the multiple characters though.
Not well.
Yeah. There is that. Honestly, writing about them and then doing like aesthetic and screenshot blogs for them on Tumblr, it helps. Because you're like, I gotta get them leveled up so I can equip all the cute high level glams.
Yeah.
Speaking of Brandon,
Yes.
you have a little something you can probably talk about in that line of things between last episode and this one.
I do. I don't know what you're referring to.
Talking about your elven character.
Oh yes. I did take my Femro and used her Fantasia to turn her into an Elizin based on the votes of the people in this call. So I
was going to vote Lalafell.
Yeah, I know, but you were outvoted before you could even respond. So.
I know, right? Unfair.
Yeah, what are you going to do? So I did the entirety of the MSQ as an Elizin. It still felt weird having her referred to by my very Rogadin traditional name. So I was like, okay, well, that's motivation to get through this because this is awkward and I don't want to pay for a name change.
The Elizin was adopted. That's all.
Yeah, man.
Either way, I got through it. I completed, 6.3 on her, and then I used my second Fantasia and put her right back where she was. So
it's always really funny when you're like running Raid Finder or something, and then you see like a bunny boy with a very obviously Rogadin name, and it's like,
Speaking of bunny boys, part of the reason why Brandon ended up using a Fantasia is because he was inspired by me using a Fantasia to change my Here into a male Viera for about a week.
Because it's the bunny year.
It was the year of the rabbit and the casino stuff going on, and I'm like, okay. And like, I think 2/3 of the casino's regular customers are Viera, so.
Bunnies are great, man. Bunny boys, bunny girls, they're all awesome. I love them.
Can't beat a Lalafell.
Well, Lalafells are incredibly adorable. I did have back when I was raiding. What's the first half? Asphodelos, the first half of the raids, and we had like a hardcore raiding group. I got tired of being a cat girl all the time, so I had like 2 weeks where 1 week I was Lalafell and 1 week I was a bunny.
I remember the group pictures we took.
It was really fun because I made her a was it plains folk, so she still had the cat eyes.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it's a mini version of her. and I put on little like fox ears, so she still had ears. I'm still a cat girl.
I have found that just from all the other Lalafell players I know who are basically like, yeah, we're not playing anything else. They are very, very reactive when you start making fun of their race. I don't know. I guess they're a little short-tempered.
Oh, God, Brandon. God, no.
Wow.
That's only because you're here, Lisa. Only because you're here. I got to get in as many as I can.
Yeah, give all the jabs, man. I'll remember this.
Okay, here's an interesting question. Lisa, why Lalafell?
Because it was cute and adorable.
Fair enough.
Man, I love Lalafell. I just love their place in lore. I love that they come in 2 flavors, and that is cinnamon roll and literally the devil.
Yeah. Cinnamon roll and late stage capitalism.
Yes.
There you go. I picked my race before I knew anything about the game or lore. It so purely was, it's cute.
Man, that's valid.
Ironically, I did the same thing with the original version of my main. I made him a Rogadin because I'm like, I want to play the big beastly race because I'm used to being a horde player. Mm-hmm. Well, this is all I got because I can't make an Outross, so.
Oh, man. Yeah, we picked cat people. We didn't know anything about them. I'm still playing that character. That's my raiding main. We didn't know shit about lore. Mm-hmm. And I think I ended up name changing her because I made her a seeker and I didn't know about the whole like letter apostrophe thing. Mm-hmm. So I went back and did it. She was still Kitney, but there was no apostrophe. Now she's Kitney.
And I made my character a hero because I'm an isekai whore.
I mean, you're the target audience.
I am the target.
I'm not going to lie. That's exactly why mine's a hero now, too.
Look, if I'm going to get isekai'd, I want to get isekai'd into a cat girl, okay?
Why does that sound dirty?
if I could
Flip that and keep it.
Look, man, if I could get cat ears surgically put on me, I absolutely would. I don't give a fuck.
I know a guy.
Will they work? Can they twitch? That's what I want.
The ears that'll cost extra, probably. I guess. Just let me know your budget. Send me a DM later. We'll get this taken care of.
I love like animal ear anime characters, so I also love the bunny people and the cat people. It's like I like Aura. I think they're very cute, but scales are a huge pain in the ass to draw, so they're not my favorite.
May I ask a question of Meagan?
Sure.
Yeah.
If you like animal ears on these little cartoony characters, how did you like the dog-eared thingies in Shadowbringers with like super long gauge ears?
Yeah, those are really cute. I really wish that VR could have like big floppy ears, like a what's that kind of rabbit?
A lop-eared rabbit.
Yeah, like a lop-eared rabbit. Like they have the ones that bend down, but it's not quite right.
Floppy enough.
Yeah, or it's like it should flop straight from where the ears come out of the head, not like halfway. Like that's really weird.
I'm sure there'd be no problems with that in armor animations whatsoever.
Man, my
like,
ears are clipping.
You VR players want hats now?
No, be like, I would trade no head armor for floppy ears.
Really? That's big.
Absolutely. I'm sure a lot of players would too. But yeah, I love the ears. The tail, I love having a tail, but at the same time, I'm like, everything fucking clips. Nothing looks right.
Would you rather shove your tail in your pants and have it live uncomfortably in the pant leg?
I would just like for like, I don't know, tails to like actually have a hole to go through. God damn it. Right now I've got the new Valentoyans outfit on and it's extremely adorable, but it clips in the back. It's like the skirt just needed to poof out like a half-inch more and it would have been fine, but no.
Damn it. The current lead runner for the title of this episode, folks, is Shove Your Tail in Your Pants.
I'm sure there'll be something more.
Whip your tail out.
Oh my lord.
All right. With all of that said, let's kind of go around a little bit here, find out what people have been up to. Brandon, we already know you did a little bit of 6.3 stuff on your row turned Ellison. What else have you been doing?
Been last night actually. We did map night, and then afterwards, a few people said, "Hey, you want to do another Shadowbringers Extreme for another dragon?" And I'm like, I really should go to bed, but you know what? Yeah, that sounds like fun. Which one are we doing? Oh, we're doing Hades.
Oh,
I'm like, oh dear Lord. Okay. So this was a little bit more involved other than, hey, go stand on this marker and don't move. So it was easy enough to get through. Just had to, do a few DPS checks that didn't take too much effort, but there was only 6 of us. So in order to pass them, we needed a full party of 8. So we opened up a party finder and got 2 folks, a black mage, and I think the other one was a dancer. I might be wrong about that.
Mm-hmm.
And not too long of an order. I think we ended up running it probably, I want to say 5, maybe even 6 times. There were 4 of us in the group for our FC that needed the mounts. 2 of them dropped, and take a wild guess who won both of them.
Both?
I want to be hopeful and say you, but I feel like it's going to be someone else.
It's the other 2 people that weren't in the FC.
Oh,
of course.
Wow.
Well, if it was one person, I'd be like, don't fucking roll if you already won one.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't one person. It was the other 2 people who we didn't set up the frickin' party finder for.
I'm sure they were happy.
Oh yeah, they absolutely were, and they were very gracious about it. So it wasn't like they laughed at us or anything like that. But still, I'm like, oh, I know having that level of success on Innocence and Titania that I talked about last time was probably not going to repeat itself, but that was just kind of depressing. So we'll have to find some more time to do Hades yet again. And from what everyone else was talking about, I'm really not looking forward to doing Seed of Sacrifice, aka the Warrior of Light EX version, because it's apparently extremely involved.
Oh, yeah, Ward's doing that one still, I think. So when you guys are going to go do that, you should give him a shout out because he's at least well geared.
That's good.
Which one has a red dragon? Is that just Ruby Weapon?
Yeah, I mean, Ruby Weapon would drop the dragon that would be ruby colored, so I assume so.
I didn't know if the weapons were also dragon mounts or if they were something else.
Oh yeah, they absolutely are. Every EX trial in Shadowbringers will drop a dragon that's themed to it.
So I need to do Ruby Extreme a bit to get the red dragon. That's the only dragon I really care about. I mean, yes, I could get all the dragons to get that big mecha dragon monstrosity, but I can never see my character using that.
Oh,
but
once I get it, I will be using nothing else.
Well, yes, because you machinist extraordinaire. Yes, I get that. I get that. That's definitely your vibe. Me, it's like the first question when it comes to a mount is it red? If yes, get it. If no, ask the next question. Is it relatively rare and unique? If yes, then continue, but then the next question is, how much freaking effort is this going to take? And what's involved? And then if it's a whole bunch of extreme trials, then I still
what you're telling me is robots are my aesthetic, red stuff is yours.
Right. Red is definitely my aesthetic. I mean, so much my aesthetic that I got the Ruby Weapon Summoner tome that was added in 6.3. Like
I was about to ask, did you pick that up? Because it's pretty cool looking.
The Red Mage weapon is nice too, but I don't have it yet.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen this.
There's Ruby plating that drops off of Ruby Weapon Extreme now, and you can use that to get crafted into new weapons for all the classes and stuff.
Yeah, it's the same weapons that drop, but they have a cool glowy effect now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
glowy.
Yep. It's like reddish and purple, reddish and a little bit of white and purple, but mostly red. All right, Meagan, how about you? What have you been doing?
Oh my gosh! Well, we joined a new raid team. Our raid team has downed Rubicante. So I got his little glowy book. And this week we finally got down P1S, or P6, P5S, or I got P6S. We downed the giant jalapeno boy. And we're working on the vampire snake lady.
Wow. The description. I look forward to that one day.
It's fun. Ward had already cleared P6S, so he was kind of helping everybody out. And I finally understand what to do for Devour. That was the big stopping point that we had, because if anybody screws up, he does a mechanic right after that's like, you need everybody alive or you're fucked. And we were like, ah. But
now, does like the earlier levels of Pandemonium, does it cap your item level? Like, if you go above 633, will it cap it at 6? If you go above 630, will it cap it there? Or
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure not. But right now, I don't know how to get above 630. So.
Well, I just meant like later on. I was wondering, like, once we get gear that is better than this, but while we're still in Endwalker, just because I'm like thinking, is this something that I may want to try to attempt once I have better gear or not?
They usually don't cap it. You can usually go back and raffle stomp it if you want. But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with this new raid. We really lucked out. It's like a bunch of other couples that play together.
Nice.
So we fit right in. Other than that, I've been doing PvP. I finally got to rank 15. I got my Allegan Watermelon mount.
Oh my, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh,
did you say Allegan Watermelon?
Hell yeah.
God.
I posted a video of it. It's like it has it's a green Allegan orb but when you jump, and it also has like a little special button animation, it like splits in half and the inside is red, so it looks like a watermelon.
I mean, it meets half of your criteria, Brian.
But
I've also done some PvP. Lisa's also done some PvP because, I mean, hello, Link Pearl emote. That's Kind of important. If any of you role players want an emote that shows you using your Link Pearl and making a very annoying noise if spammed in front of a group of people,
true.
You need to do some PvP to get to series rank 5.
Oh my god, it's also really annoying when you're sitting at the gate waiting to go in PvP and somebody's just like, Lake Pearl, Lake Pearl, Lake Pearl. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
but,
I'm going to do that.
I'm just imagining being like, oh, I'm getting a message. It says you're a little bitch.
Wow. Meagan, I like you.
Oh my lord.
So I've been mostly doing Black Mage PvP, which I really enjoy because you spend like 80% of your time in Limit Break. And it's really fun to actually be able to kill other players.
You know, I wish I could just spend 80% of my time being alive.
What class do you play?
Well, I play a summoner because it's mainly that's the main thing I play. I haven't tried Red Mage PvP yet, but I go as a summoner, and I feel like I am targeted first and always picked out first, even though I'm not doing much of anything that bad at the start of the thing. The only thing that I've been able to really contribute to PvP for the most part is putting a shield on a tank or something like that. And
save that for yourself, buddy.
Well, there you go. See, I'm doing it wrong.
If you're like, I'm dying all the time. Also, I give my shield away. It's like, buddy.
Well,
two of these things may be related.
I felt like it's supposed to be a support thing or whatever. I don't know. And then when there is someone who is calling shots and saying attack this thing, then I'll use my Ifrit charge thing to like rush up to them, hit them a couple of times, use the Earth Titan Fury thing to slam them. But like, I hardly ever get to stay alive long enough to even do limit break stuff with Bahamut.
Okay. Here's my advice.
Okay.
Take your self heal and put it on number 1. Because you are going to need to spam that shit. Take your self bubble and like put that on like F1 because you're going to need to use that a lot. My other thing is stay really far in the back and stay near a corner, because most of the time if you're ranged and you just step behind a corner and they realize that they can't hit you anymore, they will immediately like switch to somebody else, and then you can pop back out and keep going. Only use your Ifrit punch as a finisher, meaning like they are less than like 10% health. That's when you pop out and you Falcon punch them to death. Other than that, stay in the back, stay as far back as you can get. Don't be the first one that they see when they hit tab, and just try to rain fire down from as far away as you can get. And if somebody like targets you, book it, pop sprint, and just get the fuck out.
So as a summoner, I should not worry too much if I'm not pushing the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the tank's job or the melee's job.
Right.
But obviously, if it's like we're in overtime and we're gonna lose if nobody gets on the crystal, then yes, jump on the crystal. But like, you are a backline fighter. Do not get up in there.
I will take this into effect. Lisa, have you learned anything in the last several days on like how to scholar better in PvP?
I have. So like what Meagan said, is hang out in the back and around the corners a lot. I also learned I have something called, I think it's Mummify. I don't know. You run up really close to a bunch of baddies, and in my mind, I'm burping, and this giant purple cloud envelops everybody, and they suffer. And then I hit expedient, and I book it the hell out of there, and I go hide behind a corner. That's how I live a while, and that's how I get my assists. I very rarely get a kill, but I often die because I'm me. But
I like Scholar PvP because it's very simple.
I don't understand it at all. So I'll be talking to you later.
Well, it's about spreading stuff.
It's about burping.
Yeah,
burping and running.
You've got your dot and you've got your shield, and then you have a button that will spread those to whoever's nearby, whoever you put it on. So I tend to use it to spread the shield around, but you can also use it to spread the dot around. But then other than that, you only have two shields to throw out, and then you're just doing damage because it's like I can't do anything else.
I think my biggest like brain fart going into PvP as a scholar was realizing I have one tiny heal button.
Yeah.
And that's it. What the hell am I supposed to do?
It's very funny when the game is like, yes, I put one healer on each side. One is a white mage and the other is a scholar. It's like, just tell us to go fuck ourselves.
Yeah. But I got my emote thingy. I forgot what else I bought with my crystals.
You got a couple pieces of glam, didn't you?
They've got a whole bunch of new glam on there too. It's like
it's all from like the Bahamut raids, except it's high res and you can dye it.
Yes, it's very nice.
Also, I just love the fact that scholars, we're spreading knowledge and pathogens.
Yeah, it's like miasma or like biosis, or I don't know. It's very funny. I'm like, what am I, a Resident Evil villain with my sparkly fairy?
Right. Well, no, not in PvP. You don't.
No, no fairies for you.
I didn't realize the old Bahamut stuff couldn't be dyed.
I don't know if it can or not, but it's shinier now.
Maybe it is dyeable, but it's definitely higher resolution.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, they redid the models.
It's the exact same. It's the exact same thing they did with all the level 60 artifact sets in the original trophy crystal set arrangement.
Yeah, so I've been doing
several of those.
I've been doing Black Mage PvP because I hate Black Mage PvE. I think I'm still in like the 60s. I think on Black Mage, which is kind of annoying because I want to get the good tomestones, but I have to do it. If I want the good tomestones, I have to do it on like Summoner or Machinist or something. I literally only leveled Machinist to 90 just so I could get the good tomestones to PvP.
Lisa, what have you been doing? Again, another dumb question that I know the answer to, but others don't.
This week?
Yes.
I am stepping up my toast hunt again. That took a nap because I got frustrated. So I spent last night doing is it Invilis raids? Invilis, the lighthouse and the monastery with a bunch of randos, and it sat in queue forever. Screaming, flailing, freaking out. The cards didn't drop. I was so sad. But I unlocked the NPC who has the cards. So a lot of toasting today because there is one particular player who comes to the Crimson that I haven't seen in a while. And if you're listening, I'm getting ready for you. I like, besides the toast mount, which is motivation number 1 for collecting triad cards, motivation number 2 for collecting triad cards is to kick this character's arse and win money for the Crimson. Riri. What else am I doing? I'm crystal farming? I'm learning how to crystal farm, and we did maps this week, didn't we? Was that this week?
We did, and we beat the final boss of the portal maps for the first time.
We did. Vengeance.
Like the new ones?
Yes.
Yeah. The Elpis one? Nice.
It was amazing.
Have you gotten to the last boss of that one yet, Brandon?
No.
No spoilers.
Hell. It is hell. I don't... Hold it, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we got a ton of portals last night when we were running it in the FC. Never once do we make it past the third spin.
Oh my God.
Kicked us out every time. Not a single lightning bolt killing that Proto-Atomos or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah.
I think it's called a Calypso or something, which is weird. But anyway, yeah, never made it past doing 2 bosses.
It was so funny. Like, our raid team did maps, I think, on the first night that we were together because we, I don't know, we like ran out of time or like somebody had to leave. So we were like, well, we'll just do maps for the rest of the time. And like every time the freaking portal guy came up, we were like, someone was like, it's going to be lightning. It's going to hit it. Don't worry. It's going to happen this time. Never happened. I'm like, I don't believe you that this happens.
The chances of lightning are much smaller compared to previous treasure maps from what I noticed, but it can happen, and I have seen it happen.
I remember that happening. Did you want to share the amazing moment of lightning?
I'm trying to remember which one we're talking about.
Oh, I'll tell you.
Go for it.
It was our first spin.
True.
And
yes.
There was a giant, ugly purple dot we landed on. And
it happened on the first spin.
It never happens on the first spin.
It never happens on the first spin. I'm like, how are we getting kicked out without fighting a single boss? What the hell is going on here? I demand a refund.
It's not possible for that to happen. If it does land on that, it will lightning every time.
Lightning. There you go.
And then we got lightning into an elder summon, which was great.
Oh, gosh.
So you were just getting trolled.
Yeah, we're getting majorly trolled. On the run that we got the boss, we did. I think that was also the same run that we hit the exclamation mark from the start.
Oh my god, that one was great.
Yeah, it was a heck of a run. I'm not going to say any spoilers about what the boss is, but there is one mechanic. Anyone who gets there for the first time, just be aware that the mechanic exists. If you know what a forced march is, it happens on the last boss. Be wary of it. It will screw you hard if you do not pay attention.
No.
It gets me every time because I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
It's bad enough Nothica does that to us. Why is it going to happen there too?
Oh, and when you see what kind of boss it is, forced march is even all that much worse.
Oh, great.
All the hype, Brian. All the hype.
Oh, man. Forced March is what screws me up on Nothica because I always forget. Because it's such a long cooldown. Mm-hmm. And I'm always like, oh, yeah, I'm good here for this one. And then I was like, oh, no, it's going to go off on the next one. I'm like, fuck.
But hey, Lisa, when you finally get to doing, when you finally get to doing Bajja stuff?
Oh, God.
All this forced march stuff you're running into will be good training for some of those Bajja bosses because they like using that mechanic a lot.
You're not helping. This is why I'm never going to have Toast mount. But that's okay. I have a different mount. I'm fine.
I will help you on Bajja stuff once you start doing it.
I have no doubt.
Toasty.
Eureka, they really need to fix, though. They really need to make Eureka something where you can level sync and help people out on it. Because it's frustrating that you can't level sync with people who are just starting Eureka.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Eureka's like, I blocked it all out.
I need to pick it back up. I think I'm only elemental 10? I don't know.
Got a ways to go.
Yeah, cards. Telling you, I took a break.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get there. Hey, you have a Rubik Conte card. I don't. I'm jealous.
I also have what was the other card I got the other night? And you're like, oh, I don't have that one either. It always makes me happy. Is that wrong?
You got one. Did you get one from the Alliance raid from your Frassini?
I don't remember the one I got. No, it was.
Oh no, you got Knazo. You got Knazo, didn't you?
I did that one. Come on, hurry up, catch up.
I only need 13 cards from Endwalker content to finish the collection from Endwalker. And of course that's going to go up in like 4 weeks when 635 comes out. And I'm not, but let me just say, by no means am I bored with 14 or like saying, oh my gosh, there's nothing to do, blah, blah, blah. It is not that at all, but I want to start doing relic weapon stuff. I want to start doing deep dungeon stuff, and I want to do it now. the deep dungeon's been the thing I've been the most hyped about for this patch all in all. So to have to wait 2 months from after 6.3 comes out is like, ugh.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because the raiding team that we joined was literally like, hey, yeah, we missed out on the start of raiding, so we're starting now. And we're like, oh, us too. So I don't mind it. I'm like, yeah, I don't do content for a while. That's fine.
That gives me a chance to catch up on all the raids I've never done. Yeah.
Don't get caught by the trap that is Savage. Don't do it.
You know, if I'm scared of normal, I'm probably never going to step into Savage. We're good. I don't need all the things. It's okay.
Gosh.
Isn't it simple?
It's like you have to know what it's like. If you're into hardcore raiding, then yeah, it's great. If you're not, then
Nope.
I don't think it's essential. That's the thing. It's not like this is not like the only content in the game.
I love that about this game.
Indeed.
Speaking of content and stuff and how like not everything's for everyone, I think Lisa has an interesting story that she didn't realize I'm going to have her talk about, and it's not like super long or like that. But Lisa, can you tell people how you ended up having your character's picture be one of the first things seen on the Google search for a new item in 6.3?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Because Zim is a laundress, as I guess all of you know, and she runs a sweep and suds, and it's a little tiny estate in Goblet. Well, when 6.3 dropped,
yep,
they released an item called the charcoal iron, and everybody I talked to, nobody had any flippin' clue how to get it. So I posted on the Lodestone database or Eorzea database on the charcoal iron asking, has anybody figured out how the heck to get this? Because nobody I knew. And I know some pretty know-it-all people in RFC.
YouTubers didn't even talk about it. It's like this thing didn't even exist.
There was nothing on it. So I think a day or two later, one of my FC mates just it popped up on the market board for a couple million, and surprise, have an iron. I bought it. Have the thing for the suds. So immediately I run to the suds and I make an ironing board and I throw the iron down. This thing is bigger than Zim. Then I took a picture because that's what you do, right? You G-pose the crap out of this glorious item. And then I posted it back on the Eorzea database thing. And so now when you Google charcoal iron and you get that little Google page that has like your word searches and then like the thumbnails of the images, there I am in all of my /welcome glory.
Yep. I just pulled it up. You're right there.
Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I haven't been to that database piece in a while. I'll have to see if anybody answered the question. But if you are looking for a charcoal iron, I understand it is from the submarines. I don't know squat about submarines, so I can't tell you how to get it.
It is just crazy that this is a submarine item drop and it's sold for millions of gil.
I think the FC mate bought it for 2.5 mil for me, but I saw it for 10 mil on another world. I was like, oh.
Bananas.
What kind of submarine voyages are people undertaking that they're coming back with, hey guys, check out this cool iron?
Right?
Let's sell it for a fortune.
Like where did your submarine go? Like, is there an entire housing district underwater that none of us have explored? What the hell?
Apparently, it's coming. Laundry Savage
Lord.
every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. God. I can't believe you brought up the charcoal iron. That's hilarious.
Well, I think it's a story that is unique to you. It's like your moment of fame on Google, and
I was so ecstatically screeching when I was like, "You could get a fucking iron," and everybody else was like, "Look at this and look at that and look at this." I'm like, "No, look at the fucking iron.
Look at this iron. Look at this red book. Oh, look at this sweet melt. Look at this freaking iron.
Right? Look at the charcoal.
Look at this charcoal iron.
It's all I want in life." Oh God. But I must say, thank you for pushing me through MSQ, guys, because you were all the reason I was finished.
We are happy to feed into your addiction of this podcast and push you to MSQ.
Your reward is more terrible dad jokes.
No. Damn it. I take back everything I said.
Well, Lisa, thank you very much for being with us for the first time, and I definitely want to have you back on for no other reason than to torture and then snap at Brandon when he says a very bad dad joke.
Oh, it would be my pleasure. And when you have me back again, shall I husbando waifu?
I mean, we can get this information now. I mean, that is true. Yeah, I mean, we went through this whole all this prep for this. It's like you decided you had to figure out who your husbando and waifu is. So of course, please tell us.
I could always just wait until next time. It's totally fine.
That would that would drive Meagan crazy, though.
I know. Gremlin.
God, now there's two of them.
There are. You knew this. I warned you coming in. Cacklers unite.
Wait. Sorry. I gotta do the episode one line. This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
Oh, God, you made me snort laugh.
Please no episode 1.
God.
It's a childhood trauma of mine, thank you.
I will go back to episode 1 tomorrow on my drive home. Thank you. Husbando? Brian already knows because I can't keep a secret for crap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bert.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Everybody likes the ghost husband.
You actually made Brandon happy with that husbando choice. Good for you.
Arbert's a good dude.
Yes.
I mean, you're gonna have to fight a very angry dwarf white mage, but that's on you. So hey, go for it.
I got this. He's mine. I win. Mine.
I mean, you literally are soulmates, so I guess there's stuff to be said there.
I mean, is it self-cessed? Who knows?
I don't want to get into that.
Are we gonna go deep? No. Just no. And then waifu, I'm gonna mispronounce her name, Nidhana, the alchemist in.
Nidhana!
Yes.
Oh, that is an unusual pick. I will give you that.
Great.
Love
she,
her.
she is. She is adorable. So.
Also, according to elephant standards, she is very hot.
What?
And you know
it's
this how?
It's a canon because they're like the what's his name, the Fisher boy who you make friends with. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna go talk to that alchemist? She is gorgeous. You'll know who she is right away."
I forgot that.
So it canon. She is elephant hot. Do we know what that means? No, but she is quite a catch.
Okay, I did not realize how much of a looker she was.
I did apparently.
Hey, she gets my seal of approval for messing with Zero.
And that
like, was where? Oh, this is no time for jokes.
That's when she kind of won me over. Was that interaction with Zero?
She won me over when she was like, "You put the forbidden book in my hot little hands."
Yes. That's when I was like, "Oh, this woman."
Also, she's incredibly brave because she tested the scale herself.
Yep.
She's very talented and cool. Yeah. A plus. S tier waifu.
Super excited about everything. She's like super passionate and like, I will give my all. Look, Brandon didn't yeet me out the window.
Nope.
I did, motherfucker.
You have to pick a villain and then.
Well, second choice was somebody Brandon probably wouldn't care for.
Was it Yotsu?
No.
She's my waifu.
Waifu was hard for me. I really had to go through every single NPC. I didn't have a jump out.
Oh man. Well, I waifu almost anyone. So.
wait. Who was your second choice then?
Oh, my second choice was Husbando. I didn't have a second choice waifu.
Oh, okay.
No, I did. It was a cop out waifu. Nimea. However, what'd you say her name?
Okay, yeah.
Because of
that's your choice.
Because of the pants.
pants I hate.
I want them so bad.
So you want to get in her pants is what I'm gathering.
You know, if
Technically,
you got
yes.
in her pants, your tail would have a hole to go through.
God damn it. But it would be like I have to go out the front. Front tail pants.
Just put them on backwards. You're fine.
Oh my god. Well, I'm
Finally,
surprised.
someone else asked Meagan besides me. Thank you.
I'm surprised you didn't go for like Nanamo or Tataru.
Nah.
Oh
they're
my god,
they're Lalafell. They're boring. I mean,
Wow. Wow.
you got to
The
go
truth.
outside. Go outside. Like
No,
Robon.
Oh, you want the spicy waifu? Is that it?
Okay, second choice husbando, just so you can irritate Brandon.
Emmett Silk.
Wait.
But I knew Emmett Silk before I knew Emmett Silk, so my husbando Emmett Silk was before NPC Emmett Silk. It's very complicated.
So,
Wait, what?
Let me explain.
Okay,
You're better at
please.
Zim, Lisa goes to this one venue called the Amarat Hostelry, and she went there before she did any Shadowbringer stuff. And at the Amarat Hostelry, they have characters named after Emmett Selk and Eos and Zodiark and Fandaniel and all these people. And Zim went to this place, and her player went to this place completely blind as to the significance of the names.
Oh
and
my
what it
gosh.
Yeah.
They were wonderful. No spoilers, pure RP, played personalities to a T.
So were they RPing like tempered Emmett Selk or untempered? Because tempered Emmett Selk, out the window with you. Untempered Emmett Selk, he's not top tier, but he's still, he's all right enough. I won't throw you out the window.
It's not our fault that you have no taste and you don't love a sassy old man.
There you go, old man.
I have no problems with a sassy old man. I am a sassy old man, okay? I just have a problem with a sassy old man who wants to end the freaking universe.
It's like you're too similar, that's it. You're just like, you're two Spider-Men pointing at each other. You're like, one of us has to die.
Wow.
Yes, and it's the one who wants to end reality. Stop romancing people who want to kill you.
No.
And everybody else.
Absolutely not. Let's be fair. That eliminates like half the dating pool.
No.
I refuse. Redemption is possible. Through love.
Everyone deserves a second chance and a third and maybe a sixth.
Come on, listen to Alphano. Everybody deserves another chance. It's never too late. That's literally the message of this entire freaking game.
Oh my god.
Out the window.
Nope. And into my arms.
And I think on that note, I'm going to draw episode 30 to an end. Lisa, thank you again so much for being on the show. You do a little bit of journaling, and you got a little space for your laundering venue. If you want to let people know about all of that, feel free.
Oh, well, thank you. The easiest way to find it, because oh my god, the card webpage is ridiculous long thing to remember. Just find me on Twitter. I am at ZimZimTea. That is ZimZimTea, as in the beverage. And there's a link to my card for Zimmy, and we're open at the Suds, like I said, every Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Wherever the hell I am. Coro, Goblet, Ward, something, Plot, something.
Ward, I think it's Ward 21, Plot 9, Coral Goblet.
You're good, Ward 21, Plot 9, for now.
For now. Still trying for the medium house. Good luck.
Not going to give up, thank you.
Indeed. Meagan, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at CatMomMeagan. You can find a link to my Tumblr, to my webcomic, but I haven't been very active for the last month on anything because I have been orbiting the planet, floating on a sea of NyQuil. So hopefully soon I will come back down to Earth and start being active again.
All right. And Brandon, how about you?
Still somehow on Twitter at the BMAT, THEBMATT. My profile has links to everything I've got going on. There's my my blog where I've been doing a lot more D&D stuff than Final Fantasy lately, but what are you going to do? It's my blog. I'll write what I feel like. And I've also got links to my other podcast, D&D podcast called Plus 5 to Hit, where tomorrow night, do we kill a dragon? I don't know. I really hope so. We'll find out.
All right. As for myself, you can find me on Twitter at PodcasterRho. That's Podcaster RHO. You can find the show on Twitter at A Podcast Reborn. And you can also find us at bonusroll.gg. We are a part of Bonus Roll Productions. Do check out that site because you will find a link there that will take you to a merchandise store that has new merch for A Podcast Reborn. You can get tank tops and long sleeve, short sleeve shirts in a variety of colors, including red, because, of course, red. The theme for our show is Alex McCullough's music for Magic Boss theme for Endwalker. Do check out his YouTube channel for more great music. Link to it can be found in the notes for this podcast. Of course, that music, any other Final Fantasy XIV derivative music you hear is part of Square Enix, and no copyright infringement is intended. That is going to do it for episode 30 for Lisa, for Meagan, for Brandon, and of course for Her Royal Highness Butterscotch. This is Brian Black. Until next time, may your loot rolls be high, your glamour fantastic, and your duties always complete. Brandon.
You know, guys, speaking of link pearls, because I know we talked a fair bit about that new emote earlier, I actually tried calling the students of Baldessian on my link pearl, but sadly, all I heard was a Kryl tone.
No.
Oh.
No.
What?
Ooh.
Brandon.
What?
Out the window.
Felt my ear start to decay just a little bit there. Ooh.
Kryl's another top tier waifu.
She is.
True.
She really is.
Shit.
There you go.
Take care.